Hola clase, I hope you're doing well. In this video, we are going to go over question 5 of quiz 6. If you got a different version of this question, feel free to reach out and ask any questions, but let's get started. So, first blank. Nuestros amigos nos blank que nuestros espectáculos de transformismo son esenciales. So, looking at this first blank here, nuestros amigos nos. Here, nos means us. It doesn't mean nosotros, we. This is saying our friends tell us. So the subject is not nosotros, it's actually nuestros amigos, so it's an ustedes. So, between contar and jugar, jugar really wouldn't make sense here. Our friends play us. That doesn't make a ton of sense. So it's probably contar. Our friends tell us. And we are going to take the infinitive, cut off the AR, and then we're going to realize, hey, contar needs the O to UE stem change. So we're left with cuent, and then we're going to add the ustedes ending an. Nos cuentan. Now we're going to move on to the second blank. ¿Por qué? And the subject being our transformation, our performance shows are essential because they do something to educate the public, para educar al público. Here, although sonreír could make a little bit of sense because these shows could make people happy, um, sonreír means to smile. So, because they smile to educate the public, that is a little bit of a stretch. So it's probably servir. They serve to educate the public, which makes sense. So we are going to do the same thing, servir. Apply the appropriate stem change, sirv, and then add the correct ending for ustedes, because our subject is third person plural, nuestros espectáculos. Sirven. And here, it's important to remember that although the subject isn't explicitly mentioned after por qué, in Spanish you can take out that subject if it's already implied. So let's move on to the third one. Nosotras. So here we have an explicit subject that's different from the second blank. Blank mostrar que el género es fluido. So here, nosotras, we repeat show. That might be a little tricky if we select repetir. So let's try querer. Nosotras, querer. We apply the stem change. Queremos. If you're looking at this and you're like, queremos, that sounds a little weird. You're correct. That is because in the nosotros form, the stem change does not occur. So we get nosotras queremos mostrar. We want to show that gender is fluid. In other words, a person blank identify. So here, typically, not always, if you're picking between another verb and poder, it's really common to have poder or to be able to right before an infinitive, which is what we have here. So, o sea que una persona, poder goes to puede for an usted subject, puede identificarse como hombre si es biológicamente mujer o viceversa. This conjugation is appropriate for the subject una persona, so looks great. Si al final más cubanos blank esto, pues tenemos éxito. So if at the end more Cubans blank this, we'll be successful. Here, entender is probably the more appropriate choice. So let's plug it in. Entender And then we're going to take off the ending, do the appropriate stem change. So entienden. Looks great. Nuestros amigos nos cuentan que nuestros espectáculos de transformismo son esenciales porque sirven para educar al público. Nosotras queremos mostrar que el género es fluido, o sea, que una persona puede identificarse como hombre si es biológicamente mujer o viceversa. Si al final más cubanos entienden esto, pues tenemos éxito. Looks great. If you have any questions about this or any other questions on the quiz, please reach out. Y ya, adiós, nos vemos.